This week on Triumph Triathlon, rewarding the inspiring triathlete, Triumph Challenge 2011, and the Tony Rich Project. Hello and welcome to Triumph Triathlon. My name is Ruben Austria, founder of TriumphTriathlon.com. How are you doing? You know, this week's quote is very fitting. Done is better than perfect. And you know, this is the second podcast that I put out. Last week was the very first one, but what you don't realize was I was hesitating and waiting and wanting everything to be perfect before that first one came out. Now I feel like I have a lot of momentum. Feel like this one's going to be easy, and then hopefully week after that, just got to keep going. Like triathlon, you know, a lot of people don't want to get into it because, you know, maybe they can't swim, or, you know, maybe they don't run that well. But you know what? Just do it. Get into it. You got to get better. Keep it up, and, you know, you might surprise yourself. So keep going and triumph. So this week is about rewarding the inspiring and aspiring triathlete. What TriumphTriathlon.com is all about. In my opinion, endurance sports is all about, to the heart of endurance sports, it's really about inspiration. So what that means to me is that, you know, the majority of people that do endurance sports, marathoners, triathletes, that's one of their main motivations. You know, it's not money, because obviously there are not a lot of professional marathoners. There's not a lot of professional triathletes. It's certainly not, you know, ease of the sport. You know, it's not a lazy sport by any means. So, inspiration. For instance, take my story for example. When I first did my very first marathon, which, you know, at the time I was very proud. I'm still proud about it. It was 5 years ago, 2006. I was inspired by a lot of people I would see. You know, I'm living in Boston, obviously, so inspired by a lot of people I see crossing the finish line at the Boston Marathon. Man, you see, you know, obviously you see other superstars, you know, crossing in 2 hours and 5 minutes, which is sick, just ridiculous. And, you know, obviously you see, you know, a lot of those people doing it under 3 hours or you know, just really, very, very, very fast. But you obviously see a lot of people who you wouldn't even think of doing a marathon, competing and, you know, pouring their hearts out. And for a lot of those people, they're raising money for other people to help others. So I just think that's awesome. And, you know, you have like the 500-pound, you know, former couch potato who's run a marathon, and, you know, now he's doing triathlons and done an Ironman. I mean, there are stories out there, and I'll post something in the show notes about someone I know. Just, you know, being in the triathlon online community, just knowing these stories. You have people who are 85 years old or doing triathlons and running marathons. Someone who's run 80 marathons. I mean, that is just ridiculous, inspiring stuff. And then, you know, to take it back to my story, that's how I started. You know, I wanted to do a marathon. I saw all these people running, and, you know, I realized that I could do this too. And, you know, that's exactly what happened. So I trained, did the marathon. Immediately I got hooked, and there. So at the heart of endurance sports is inspiration. So now the second step, or my second point to that, is that, you know, people, you know, once they become inspired and start doing these marathons, they start talking about it, and they start telling everyone, and obviously everyone, you know, not everyone, but some of their friends and family gets inspired, and they start running too, or they start doing triathlons as well. You know, what adds to that is that, you know, these people put their thoughts and their feelings and their, you know, whatever things they're going through. A lot of them blog about it. A lot of them put that stuff online. And, you know, that's how I'm able to find these people. That's how, you know, people get started into the sport. And it's just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with growing the sport and inspiring others into a healthy lifestyle. And I really had to congratulate those people. whether it's marathoning, whether it's triathlon, or whatever it might be. So what TriumphTriathlon.com is about is creating a online community where these triathletes who believe in that inspiration, who feel the same way about, you know, helping others and making a difference in others' lives, you know, this is a way for them to communicate on the same blog and at the same time are able to benefit from our sponsors, which are number of our sponsors are growing. So, you know, it's, you know, we're a new site, we're a new community, but it's gonna grow. So eventually, what I foresee happening, a lot of people just blog, you know, these sponsors come along and say, you know, hey, we have triathlon products to sell. We want to provide, you know, your triathletes some you know, some product if they, you know, if they use it and talk about it and review it and, you know, spread the good word. And really, that's what the internet's all about. That's, you know, that's what business is all about. It's marketing, and, you know, it's a win-win situation for everyone. So that's what Triumph Triathlon, a centralized blog, is all about. And it's going to be big. It's going to be really big. So in some Triumph news, I want to report that, you know, Triumph Challenge 2011 is kicking off very well. We actually have a location spot, a date spot. I'm going to put all that information on the show notes. We already have triathletes on this blog getting their blog together and getting everything going. So when we do start the tally, and I'll actually have that information for you guys soon, just to give you guys some shout outs. Caroline, Mark, Jason, Brian, there's a bunch of you who want to, you know, compete and go for that Triumph Challenge 2011, which we'll be giving away entry into Lake Placid Ironman 2012. It's going to be awesome. Another segment that I want to add is a Triathlete of the Week, and I'm going to combine it with something else that I'm going to be doing also, is the my training update for my Ironman coming up July 24th, 2011. So the person I want to highlight is my good friend and fellow Triumph triathlete, Tony Rich. He's actually a two-time Ironman, and you know, he is the Triumph Triathlon coach for Triumph Triathlon in Boston, one of the local communities that we have formed. Go check out the community page to check out all the communities that we have in place. So this guy is just, you know, really straight up guy. He knows his stuff about triathlon. You know, he did a couple of Ironmans, and then he began coaching, and now he's my coach. Check out this video I have of me in the snow running with him. He's just a great guy. I'm gonna put a link to his profile on the local community. Go check him out. If you're you know, if you're in Boston, get up on Triumph Triathlon in Boston. You find that at www.triumphboston.com. You know, send him an email. He's very open to answering anyone's questions. Join the community, and hey, maybe he'll be coaching you into your first Ironman competition, or maybe even a sprint or an Olympic or a half Iron, whatever it might be. Go check him out, Tony Rich. He calls me the Tony Rich Project, and you know, he's the Triathlete of the Week. But as far as training, everything is going well. You saw this, you know, you saw that video I showed you about me in the snow, and you know, him taking that video. But the only thing I would be concerned about is I get some stomach issues. I think, man, with all the training, I get so much. I'm eating a lot more, and I'm starting to change my diet. So maybe that's what it is. But so that's it for this week for Triumph Triathlon. You know, if you haven't been on TriumphTriathlon.com, please check it out. Go on the website, register. You know, starting next week, we're going to be doing product giveaways. It's your opportunity to get free stuff and, you know, meet a lot of great people online, and maybe even a local community near you. So this is Ruben signing off. Make it a great day.